Morning crew, and welcome back to the Andy Mechanic YouTube channel and episode 2 of the bandsaw repair, which I never thought we'd have an episode 2, but yep, the bandsaw's got it in for us. It has. But saying that, I made a decision to do the wheels and sort that problem out, so a bit of a rabbit hole, but anyway, it is day 2 here in the workshop. Another bright day here in sunny New Zealand. It's going to get hot. It is. Aircon will be on now and again. So we changed tact a little bit yesterday. We'll have a quick look on a summary, because you may not have seen episode 1. So we'll do a quick summary and let you know where we're going to go on this video. Here we go. Used.
You don't paint something without working.
Honestly. Okay, for those that have just joined us, it's upside down at the moment. We've removed the main part. That's up here. That was fun and games getting that off, believe me, to watch the first video. So it's upside down at the moment, and the reason for that is this thing was fitted with some pretty basic wheels on axles that didn't turn or anything. And to be perfectly honest, it was just a nightmare trying to move it around the workshop. So, whilst the top's off, it's on the bench, it's pretty quick to do it. This hasn't taken very long, to be honest. As you can see, we've got some casters, nice big casters. Now that's going to raise the overall height of the tool from the ground. So what I've done is I've increased the track, as we call it. So it's now wider, and it just turned out to be longer. So it's a lot more stable than it used to be, because our workshop here, we've got 2 different heights on the floor. Well, look at that bit. That's terrible. So when you're moving things around, you've got to be a little bit careful when you're going over that centerpiece, and even up there, look. Not that we'd use it up there, I don't think, but anyway. So the next plan, we've got some box section down there. Look, I think it's 30 by 30 by the looks of it. It could be 25, I don't know. We're going to run some box section from here to here, welded in, probably a couple of gussets, same on the other side. And that's going to turn this then into a frame, because, man, this stuff is flimsy, I mean, look, see, it's all got bent up before. So that's going to strengthen up the whole frame. We've already done a repair down there, some nice 6mm plate. It used to be, when it came out of the factory, like that. And then it got all bent for some reason, so we've basically fabricated a new piece to go in there. That's all welded in. And that's when I decided to do the wheels. And the deciding factor was, Andy, if you could find 4 casters exactly the same, and they all swivel, and they've all got brakes, which is great. If you can find those, then you've got to put wheels on it. So I did find some. So we've put wheels on it. Right, next job is to measure the distance from here to here. It'll be the same on the other side, assuming. And we'll cut some steel, get it welded in. And then once that's welded up, we can then take these off. I can tidy up the holes that I've drilled, because there's still a few sharp edges and stuff. Use the hole sunk piece for that, hole sinking piece for that. Countersink piece, that's what I was on about. It's too early in the morning for me. Countersink piece for that, and then we can get the wheels taken off, get it in paint. And then we can start to have a look at the prize, the important bit. What do we need to do to this to get it to work? I did notice some damage down here, this little brushy thing here, look, which obviously scrapes off the cutting fluid off the blade. That's got bent somehow, students, obviously. But other than that, I don't know of any problems with that. We've got a handle to fit on the end for the vise, and, a depth stop to fit and that kind of thing. But they're incidental. The fact is, does the motor work? Is the belt in good condition? What's the blade like? I've already noticed that there's a bit of a... Yeah, I mean, you look from up here, that blade goes a bit of an angle there. It's got some... bit of a bendy bit going on down there, hasn't it? I mean, that's not ideal. But I don't know. Is it going to work? I mean, obviously I'll get a new blade for it at some point, but I need to cut something ASAP, reasonably accurately, which is this stuff down here, actually. So on the lathe, we've got some aluminium stock. That's, I think, about 130mm diameter. It will go in the power hacksaw, but the power hacksaw won't cut it very well. So, workshop is now reconfigured, ready to crack on. Now, if you see me flinch today now and again, it's because I've got some serious back pain going on. It's been there about 3 or 4 days now. It was there when I filmed yesterday. And I get these shooting pains every now and again. We'll work through it. It's not a problem. Most things still work, so, you know, we'll just adapt and conquer. Okay, time to do some measurements. Okie dokie, what have we got? 762 should be good. Okay, 762, 2 of. Now, can we get both out of one piece? 762, about there. Yes, we can. I like it. 762. And I'm making it a good fit so that they'll stay in. I can just get them lined and they'll just stay in place rather than have to try and clamp them. There we go. Right. 762. Now, grinder. Use the little one. These are some bits of box section left over from when we made the workstations a couple of years ago. Absolutely brilliant there. Took a lot of work though. Hell of a lot of work. More than anticipated, but partly because there was 2 in the end, not 1. Right, test fit. Place your bets now. It's probably going to be too long. Too long's too good. It is good. Yes, about 1/2 mil too long, so we can just clean it up and it'll be fine. Let's try it on that side, because you never know, right? You never know, things could be a bit different. Oh yes, look at that. So we'll use this one on this side, and we'll cut one a fraction shorter for that side. It's not a problem, because weld fills holes, right? It's actually quite good to have a bit of a gap when you're welding, because then the weld can get further in. Okay, I'll get the next one cut and I'll see you back over at the bench to get them welded in. Pre-welding clampage. So we've got a piece here which is aligning this surface with this surface here, look. And we've got some spacer. I'm just using some more box, some little cut-offs as spacers from here. So we get this piece that we're welding in parallel, because everything's bent on this thing, right? So you've got to try and find your datums where you can. Same at that end. So there you go. Because some people like to see this kind of stuff, right? You know, alignment's very important. So we're going to weld down here. We'll do the same here. We can then take off all this stuff, and we'll probably put a weld down the back side. Did that cover on the video? I don't know. So we're going to weld down here, and then we can remove the clampage, and I'll put a weld down the back side, and then we'll finish it all off, you know, once the frame's removed, but it's enough to hold it in place. Right, time for some welding. Woohoo! That was a success. So I'll get set up on the other side, I'll get that tacked in, and then I'll get the frame taken off. I'll see you back at the main bench, and we'll get it welded up. Right, wheels are off, we're on the bench, and I've just ground this particular joint. I've ground it out on this surface, and then we'll flat that off. I can't have a raised weld in that location, I don't think, because of the feet for the wheels. So they're all done. If you want to stand, I don't know, maybe off the pillar drill. That'll do the trick, won't it? I know you like to see the welds. Okie dokie. So, plan of attack, like I've just said, I'll clean all that up. But I've also thought, I know, another rabbit hole, might be quite useful on those two bits of box section that run down the side of the machine, either side. Maybe just to weld on 4 lugs, you know, little lifting eyes. And then that way, if we need to lift it up, you know, on a chain, the whole machine, rather than use the pallet forks for whatever reason, we've got some good mounting points for the chains. Good thinking, Andy. Right, so I'll get on and make all of that. In the meantime, here's a word from Tool Girl Holly. Holly, are you ready? No? Honestly, it's a bit early for her, to be fair. Come on, lass, crack on. Right, here she is.
Did you know you can support the channel just by sharing one of Andy's videos on your social media? This really helps grow the channel. So go on, share your favourite Andy Mechanic video.
I guess it was another late night, was it, Holly? Yes. So where are they going to go? Alright, so lifting eyes, I don't know, somewhere like that on the outside. Wherever. And these were the cut-offs from here. Okay, when we chopped them off. Well, I don't like to waste stuff. And maybe this angle iron is not strong enough. Come on, Andy, it's about 5-6 mil thick. Of course it's strong enough. But why not, you know? Just weld some gussets in. Since we've got them, we could, you know, maybe a couple on each end. Beef it up. Make it look proper. Because you do that, don't you, Andy? Yes. And then I feel happy about it. Okay, I don't want this to turn into a fabrication video, or series as it is, so I'll get those welded on, the eyelets and the gussets, and I'll get it into paint. I'll give it a clean up, get it into paint, and then you'll see the finished product, and then we can get the top back on, the machine mounted on the base, and see what else is wrong with it, because there's bound to be something else wrong with it, right? Students have been using this machine for a few years. I mean, the guy said to me, yeah, she's good to go, mate. It's nothing wrong with it. Couldn't resist because it's sort of shiny. It's got to go on camera, right? Don't spray an enclosed area, they said. Oh. That'll do for now. Oh, we've got a visitor, look. Little mousey. He's come in the workshop to say hello. There he is. He's sitting nice and still for the camera. He's very friendly. Look at that. Let's see how close I can get. Oh, look at that for a shot. Well, hopefully I won't stand on him later on. But you can't live in my workshop, mate. There's a whole garden to go and live in. And you're not going in the house. No, no, no. I don't think he's very well. I think he's a poorly mouse. Mouse update. I decided to put the little lad outside. Give him a fighting chance. And he's gone. I think he must have been, I don't know, hibernating, having a little snooze. But he seemed to wake up and go off on his merry ways. Good luck to the little mouse. As long as he doesn't live in the house, I'm not bothered. Okay, it's all back together. Well, apart from the top, obviously. Let's take a look. How was that? I think it came out pretty well, actually. I could have done with a few more days for paint to dry. Bits of specklesy stuff has sort of stuck to my paint, but we just ignore that. It's fine. It's purposeful. It doesn't have to look nice. Got the nice lifting eyes on there. Looking at they sort of sit far enough out, I think, to clear, or at least not put much pressure on this, you know. But they're there for the future, you know. It's pretty good. This side's probably better than the other side. I don't know why. Is it not central? I don't know. Look pretty central. Anyway, there you go. Andy's fingerprints, as always, in the paint. It's got to happen. It's my trademark. So, what do you think? Oh, one more thing I did. I put just a bit of flat bar. I wanted to use that angle, but I couldn't use angle. Just to tidy up that edge, that front edge that was slightly bent as well. So that's tidied up. Are you going to clean it, Andy? No, I'm not. No, I don't have time for cleaning stuff unless I absolutely have to. But that's a far better platform now than what it had before. All we have to do now is refit this thing. Oh, it's going to go wrong, isn't it? I know it is. Here we go. Okay, that was probably the easiest bit. You guys keep an eye on that while I move the trolley. It's going to have to go up a bit more, I think. I don't like this. If that falls on the floor, we are screwed. That way. Thank you. Going up. Wow, you see the whole roof flex? I've had quad bikes on there and stuff. Jeez. Put my beams all down. We should sort of try that, shouldn't we? I think we're not far off. We've got a bit of movement on this as well. Wrong way around, come on. Other way. That. Right, we need to come this way a bit. Controller. Where's your assistant when you need one, honestly? Okay. Going down gingerly. Whoa! 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 Okay. Hopefully it's going to cantilever this way a bit when it's there we go. That's this end down a bit. Right, that end's on, sort of located. Let me get this end in. I'm going to have to lift it a bit, aren't I think. Fingers. Oh. Okay. Okay, we're going down. Oh, okay, that seems to be about it. So we'll leave it on the winch so we can take it up a little bit so we can get some bolts in. Now, the bolts, they're not metric, or they weren't. They're going to be metric now. Remember, these ones are through bolts as well, with nuts on the inside. So let me go find some more bolts. I'll be a lot happier when it's bolted up, to be honest. A lot happier. At least the weight's off the roof, because man, whenever I stop that winch, the roof would bounce a good 1/4 inch. Ben's put a lot of stuff up there on the other side of this roof. It was never designed to carry that kind of weight. Plus, it's got the weight of the second roof on it as well, which is probably a couple of ton. Yeah. Alrighty then. So I've done 2 on the other side. I found some longer bolts. They're covered in paint, so I'll put them through a die. Right, let's see if we can get this lifted up a little bit. That's about right. There we go. A bit more accurate with the crowbar. Yep, that's fine. Other than the winch, to be fair. Winch was good to get it up there. I don't know how on earth I'd have done this without the winch. It would have involved Trevor the tractor, but that's even less accurate. Trevor's very good, but he's a bit jerky sometimes on the drive. The hydraulics are good, don't get me wrong. But on the drive, he's a little bit, you know, whoa, you know, millimetres are not usually an option. It's more like inches. He measures things in inches, does old Trevor. Oh, look at that, they even line up. Who would have thought? So we're using M8s, whatever they are. I know the nuts are stainless, but the bolts are something else, zinc or something. Just whatever's in the drawer, 0 cost, right? You've got to just use whatever you've got. Very important. You've got to spend the money, save the money for tools and vehicles. Oh, and things. Right, none of these bolts are tight yet because you don't tighten them up until they're all in. Okay, so just to reiterate, the bed is held on with 5 bolts. That's it. Right, that's that one. Nice. 2 more to go. Right, we'll do the easy one first and then we'll swear at the last one. Hopefully it just gives in. Hey. Done. Right, aircon is off. Sorry, it's very annoying on the video. It's just too loud, isn't it? So, I've got to refit the pump, rewire the pump, wire it back up again, plumb it up. I've got, what else have I got to do? Oh, there's that little microswitch to refit that stops the motor when it's finished its pass, cutting a piece. So I'll get that done off camera because otherwise it's going to be a really long video. And then we'll fit the handle for the vise that holds the workpiece. And, well, see if it works, I suppose. I mean, we've got to try it at some point and see what happens. So we're not far away, hopefully, because this video, I have to get this finished today, right? I can't spend tomorrow in the workshop as well. I've got loads of videos to edit because you want to see them, don't you? I know what I said. If I get bored on my own, it's more fun talking to you guys. Okay, now I think this little tiny screw is the one for the earth. Jeez, getting bitten. It's the only one in there. No, it's not a lie. There's another one there, which is a bit bigger. So we've got 2 options. So I think it's the bigger one. I remember it being posy. So maybe we'll do that last. Actually, we'll put that one on last because we need to do these wires. I've got to tidy these bloody wires up. So that's the earth pulled out of the way. We'll do the red first, live. And live went on that one, right? Because the yellow tabs got together. And I'm just going to use a motorcycle style wiring thingy-jiggly wiggly because they work really well. So this is the longer one, so we'll stick him in there like that. Fully insulated. IP rating, not really, but it works. And you know what? A million times better than what the crap shit rubbish that was in there before. In fact, I know where the screw is. I put it in the lid. So neither of those two that I've shown you are the correct ones. So I'll have to go and get that, but we'll do these first. Okay. Boom, 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 boom. Right, we need that way around onto there. He goes in there. Make sure it's all the way in. Give him a crimp. Jump out one. Give him a crimp. CB750. Last time you saw me using this, I think, it was a while ago. I've used it a lot off camera, the kit. But I think CB750 is the one. And they're really good. They're simple, reliable connectors. You just can't go wrong. I wonder what else is wrong with this thing. I have a sneaky suspicion we're going to find other stuff wrong with it. But I really can't. I haven't got the time to be working on it tomorrow, unfortunately. And he's got to edit videos and do some work, actually. Okay. Already got one out. Here we go. It's quite a nice Sunday afternoon now. Just chilling, putting this thing back together. There you go. Why are you not going in? You're too fat. Well, you might be. Bear with me, caller. Doesn't matter, we'll open him out. Give him another little tweak at the end. That little tweak really helps to lock them into the clamp, so it's always a good idea. There we go. He's moved. Right, give him a crimp. Give him another crimp. Buff. Done. So that one plugs in there, like that, eventually. Just going to get the insulator tidied up, but we'll sort that out later on. Right, it's in. I'll sort the insulator out with a little, with my scriber. That's the easiest way to do that one. Right. Now, what we could do is we could swap the connectors around. So we put a female on there. If we put a male on here, then you can't wire it up wrongly then, can you? That would be a good idea, Andy. Let's do that. Hopefully there's enough wire on the blue to facilitate that. Otherwise I'll be cursing later on, but it does seem like a sensible thing to do. Something that I would do in my sensible mode. Okay. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, connector is loaded. We're going in. Is that good? No, it's too much in. You didn't get enough of a bend on it, Andy. You know, so many people, don't twist your wires, do twist your wires, don't do that, do this. It works. It just works, doesn't it? There we go. So we'll bring him back down again. And when you're putting these together, a little bit of silicone spray makes a big difference, actually. I should have done that. Okay, now we need one of the long insulators, not that one, one of these. I'm going to have to take that bit of blue off, that bit of tape off now. There we go. And hopefully we've got enough, because I've got to push this all the way down. It's going to be close, isn't it? It's going to be close, people. I don't know. Yeah, I might just get away with it. Just. Only just. Right. Got the connector. Load the connector in. Make sure it's right around. It is. You're going to have to... Oh, I might just pull that, bear that back a bit. Hang on. Just pull that back. Why not? Geez, it's tough stuff. Alright, well, that's how it is. Because I can't bother to get up and get the side cutters and risk chomping through insulation as well. That would be a bad end to the day without one having to rewire, put a whole new, well, actually there's plenty of spare. Okay, we're going in. This might look dodgy to you lot. That might be enough. Yes. Okay. All the way. Give it a crimp. Nice. Crimp that one. Man, we were close with that one. That was... We almost didn't have enough. Right, let me get me spray and my scriber. Right, bit of spray. We'll do this one first. It'll be fine. Okay. You see how it behaved itself going together? Run that. And if they're not, you can run that around. You see, you'll see with this other one. Do we pull it apart and try again? We should do, really, shouldn't we? There we go. Right, bit of silicone spray. Doesn't need a lot, to be fair. May not even need the scriber if all goes to plan. Come on. Geez, he's a bit tough. It's not quite all the way in, so I've got to... I think we're there. 30 fingers time. So you get your scriber and just bring it around like that, you see, look. That's seated properly now. I think we're good. I think we're good, people. And, you know, what a much nicer connection that is compared to these crappy things that they put in. Twisty, twisty, twisty. No, I think not. Right, I need to go and find the screw for this one now. Hey, it's not often I get to sit down and film. It's normally just a live stream that I'm sat down. Yes, I remember now. There's a little star washer that has to go on the back. That's where it was placed before. So a little star washer on there between the eyelet and the actual... Whoa, whoa. I've lost the washer. God damn it. It's in all the crap. You've got to give things a blow. There we are. Okay, star screwdriver, and it has to screw in, I believe. Oh, in there, look. I was thinking in there, but it's not. It's in that one. All right, we can do that. That's where it's marked up anyway. I thought it came from the one on the right. Shouldn't make any difference, really. It's all metal. But we'll do what the book says, or in this case, the marking. You can't see a lot, right? You can't see much at the moment. Whoa! Oh, we caught the star washer. I was just trying to align the eyelet because it was bent downwards. It was going to get sort of... Oh no. Oh no, where did that go? Oh, I found it. Geez, that was lucky. Or unlucky because you dropped it, Andy. There's going to be a lot of editing with this. If it's a bit jumpy, that's why, because Andy just dropped something. Okay. Right, star washer's going back on again. Don't you hate it when the presenter just cocks things up all the time? Right, so we've got to get that down there and screwed in. Jesus. Sometimes it's difficult because I'm trying to give you guys... That didn't come out of there. That's not even threaded. So I'm sure you'll be shouting at me, Andy, it came off the right-hand one. I reckon it came out of there. And that's where it's going to go back in. Because it doesn't want to... There's no thread in there. That's more for like a self-tapper. Okay. And I'm sure this is the bolt. Screw. I am absolutely certain because I put it in the lid. Working blind. Well, there we are. Look at that, you see? That's where it came from. So we'll stick him in there. Right, that's tight. That's what was going wrong, you see. I was trying to do the right thing rather than what had been done before. How much neater is that now? Seriously. Okay, we've just got the cover and the gasket to fit. So I'm going to put the gasket in the cover, and that'll hopefully keep it aligned. In fact, I think it went that way around. Yes, that's better. We'll put the screws through the gasket, because that'll hold the screws in place. Usually, there we go. And then we'll offer the whole assembly up for fitment. He says. Come on, in you go. Right, that's that one. Give him a tweak, doesn't need to be too tight, it's just a cover. Metal cover though, I like that. Okay, so we're going to now fit the cable lock. So that goes in there. I want the big flat screwdriver for that one. Right, he's wired up, he's done. So we can put that round where he lives, just there. Just chuck that out of the way for now, put it at the back, if it will. There we go. Right, so I need to thread down the pipe for the coolant. Alrighty then, one pipe. Now I've put the clamp back together. That needs to go down there. Yes, we could use a new one. We might still use a new one, but I like to. It doesn't seem to be too bad a quality clamp, to be fair. There we go. Right. So he has to go back on there. We'll support the pump. That was pretty easy, wasn't it? Right, 8mm. There we go. That'll do. It's only, I said coolant before, it's the cutting oil. Apologies. Right, where's that big bit of pipe? So the big bit of pipe has to go in there and on the underside of there, look. We can see that. Hang on, we'll bring you down. I've modified the new DTI clamp, so we are good to go. I've worn the Teng one out. Can't see Brandon, warranty. It's done a lot of work there, to be fair. A lot more than you'd ever use it for, just doing DTI stuff. Right, that seems pretty good. I might go and try and find a clamp to go on there, because if that was to fall off, it can make rather a mess, isn't it? See what I've got. Alrighty, I found this one from England called a Terry clip. I always call them, what are they? Jubilee clips. That's what I call them. Jubilee clips. Don't know, it must be a brand. Well, it is a brand. It's a brand in England. White box, blue lettering, like a handwritten Jubilee. Very good they are. This is called a Terry. This is a Terry brand. It says it on there. You'll be able to see it, but it says Terry, UK, 1991. And it's been sat in my drawer here in New Zealand. So it came out to New Zealand with me in 2009. And it's been sat in that drawer, just waiting. There we go. Just waiting for today. And now it has a purpose again. Ooh, somebody sent me an email. That's nice. Right, Torchy, you might have to move across a bit, sorry. There's all sorts of stuff balanced that you can't see on camera. There we go, that'll work. That's not going anywhere. Good job, Terry clip. Little sensor. I'm going to work from this side. So hopefully you guys can see what's going on. So it's just a little Microswitch. And it's most likely going to need some adjustment, but we'll worry about that later on. That's one bolt. These are captive, which is nice. Needs to go out a bit, doesn't it? There we go. Okay. Right, I'll go around the other side just to... There's quite a bit of adjustment on this thing by the looks of it. Yeah, it's good. Lots of adjustment. Oh, God. But it is lined up. Right, don't overcook it because there's about two turns of thread in there for the captive bit. Right, you are very close. Probably a little bit too close for the focus. I don't know. I've focused it on here, by the way, if you were guessing. So, at the moment, that screwdriver, yeah, that is activated. So we need to back it off a little bit, and then we'll listen for the click. Threads in here look very suspect, but maybe they're supposed to be at an angle, you know? But it has to be backed off, otherwise it's... I mean, is it that critical? Oh, we've got an air gap now. So... Still not hearing it click though. There. So that it turns off very early in its movement. So we'll just keep winding that down until it clicks. And then we're good to go. About the first mil of its movement, to be fair. There. It just clicked. So I reckon that'll do. So we'll wind him up. Not too sure how well the lock nut's going to work, but anyway. That'll do for now. Right, Gromit, what's next? This. We need to fit this to get the arm, you know, the bandsaw part, the blade, up out of the way and stay up out of the way whilst we're working on the vise, the clamp for the workpiece. 4 bolts, all captive. Question is, which ones were they? I've just got a tub. That's my tub of bits. Do you remember? I think, because we've got 2 different lengths, the shorter ones are at the top because there's limited depth, because this thing moves up and down, and if they're too long they're going to catch on the casting. So I think it will be that way around. Makes more sense. That's how I fit it on an automotive vehicle. So we'll stick them in there finger tight. I could look at the video. You know I could look at the video. The one that I filmed yesterday. But that requires time. And unfortunately, Andy hasn't got a lot of that at the moment. So busy. Work's busy. I'm busy. YouTube channel's busy. Out. That was a twinge, by the way. Okay. There we go. Right, stick him in there. I could have cleaned it. You're right. I could have cleaned it. Jeez, that hurts. Okay. Oh, yeah, that's what we'll make it. That's what we want. I'm assuming that's the right size bolt. Yes. So that one. There we go. Much better. That was rough, wasn't it? It was. You know what? Got it done. Right. I'll just tweak the top ones up. Nice. Well, things are going swimmingly well now that I've finished all my fabrication work. We've run out of height. So I think the best thing for me to do, realistically, is to get this saw off my motorcycle hoist now, so it's standalone. And then we'll pull up the blade, pivot it up, lock it, and then we'll get that handle fitted for the vise, and then we'll test the vise, make sure it works. And if it does, then we'll have a quick look at the blade and see if I need to try and straighten the blade a little bit. Don't know how good that's going to go. We don't even need to put any cutting oil in yet. We can run it, you know, for a few seconds without any in. It hasn't got any in now, and it probably hasn't had any in for a while. And we'll see what happens. So, wish me luck in getting it off my hoist without it crashing to the ground. This could end really badly. Right, hoist out of the way. Going down. Nice. We have touchdown. Brilliant. Ooh, the clock is ticking. It's gone 4 o'clock on Sunday. At the very best, I've got another couple of hours to solve this problem or any other problems we come across. Right. Good news. We've got the handle for the workpiece clamp. The grub screw is still in there, and I even managed to find the little key that goes in, the woodruff key we call that. So, as you can see, it's keyed, look there. So let's get this fitted and then test the clamp. Sincerely hope it works. Okay, now by rights, this should now lift up. Oh yeah. Ow, fingers. Okay. Stay. Okay, I'm going to lock this so that, for safety's sake, so even if it tilts, it's not going to come down fast. Right, let's get that handle put on. Oh, my back's still playing up. It gets worse during the day, to be honest. Stop whinging, Andy. Right, okay, I'll stop whinging. Right, that's the key waiting. Now, woodruff key. No, sorry. Undo that a little bit. Right, we'll stick him on. We'll turn him round a bit so I can tighten that up. Oh yeah, it tightened up all right. Give him a tweak. Right, we're going to pretend to cut a piece of box section. Box section's in. Clamp is moving. Oh yeah. Look at that. Perfect. The clamp works. Oh, I just wasn't sure. It doesn't come back, but anyway. Maybe you got to do it by hand. I don't know. Right, that's that bit sorted. While the saw's up, you get a better idea of how bent the blade is. There, look. It's got a massive great kink in it, and it seems to be quite loose. So we need to tighten that up. I don't know how to do that yet, but we'll work it out. And maybe once it's tight, I'll maybe just check a couple of pairs of pliers and just try and give it a little bit of a tweak to try and straighten that up, because it ain't going to cut like that, is it, people? Not a chance. Belt tension appears to be this large knob at the top, at the end. So I'm just going to give that a bit of a tweak. You can see this starting to move. That'll be the mount for the pulley, I imagine. Not been in there. So just keep tightening that up until it feels a bit better. Should be a lot tighter than that. Jeez, that feels very tight. I don't know. Right, don't move because you're precariously balanced on the saw at the moment, on the bed. So, I don't know what's happened with this. And I don't even know if you can do this with these blades. But I'm going to give it a go. Jeez. Well, it's looking a bit better, isn't it? That might be good enough. Let's not tempt fate. We'll see if it runs for a start. Who knows? I think we're there. We need to plug it in, flick on the power, see if it actually turns the blade. If it does, we'll try cutting something. Wait, there we go. Nice. Ooh. That doesn't feel very good, does it? Right, let's investigate that first. What do we need? Allen key. Yes. Should have little hinges here. They're all broken. Problem for another day, but let's just undo this screw. This bolt, whatever it is. Get the cover off and see what's going on. Okay, so the belt is currently wrongly positioned. It's on the highest pulley here and the second down here, so it should run parallel. There's 4 different speeds, which is nice. Didn't realize it had speeds. And that pulley is broken. Great. But we need to put the belt onto here and then tension the motor back to tension the belt up. Okay. Let's just wind that onto there first. Jeez, it's probably the wrong belt. Look at that. There's way too much on there. Okay, we need... Mind you, there's still quite a bit of adjustment, I think, depending on how it works. Let's have a look. Yes. Right, 2 adjustment bolts. As they screw in, the motor should come this way. Is my take on it. Having a look underneath. They're a long way out. Makes you wonder why. Someone, you know, set the machine up so that it can't be used for a particular reason. Is there something else that we're not aware of yet? Okay, that should do for now. Right. There we go. Oh, yes. That feels good enough for today. So we'll just lock those off. Might require a final adjustment later on, but at the moment that should do the trick. Why was it so far out of adjustment? I don't know. Okay, let's get it plugged in. Woohoo! Now, just before I turn it on, I've noticed a little tag on the wiring. Okay, so it has been tested in April last year, 2025. Valid for 12 months. So we're still valid. Actually, it's March 2026. So if something goes wrong, we can get hold of these people. Be Safe Electrical Testing. Oh, look at that. It's even got his mobile number on it. Perfect. We can give the guy a call. Should we survive? Okay, I am very excited. On the other hand, I'm quite apprehensive. Kill button is in the not kill position. Beware of the belt, Andy, because there's no cover. Oh, here goes. Oh. That's not good, is it? What's wrong with it? Do we need to put a workpiece in it? Maybe. Turn that off. Should that light up? there is no light. And I know we've got power. Oh, hang on, the plug's not all the way in. Right, plug's all the way in now. You ready? Oh, what's going on? All right, let's put a piece of work in it. Make sure it's turned off. I reckon that should light up all the time to show we've got power. Alright, we'll try it with a little bit of box section. I don't know. Okay, that's pretty tight. I didn't want to jump straight to this one. The test number 2 now. Jeez, that's not right. That's not right. No wonder the blade's bent. Okay, we need to investigate further. There's something not right. Something very not right. Okay, let's have a look under this cover at the condition of the blade. Pretty sure there's hinges here, so I'm assuming it just swings open. This one's missing. Way! Ho ho ho!
Bet you didn't plan on that.
Okay, well that would probably do it. Please, that was on camera. Jesus. Made me jump out of my skin, did that? Okay, let's see if we can get this blade back on again then. So I'm just bringing the pulley down. Pretty easy to fit a new one, that's good. I think we'll have to buy a new one, but there's no point in buying one if I can't get the motor to work. Okay. It goes back on there. Should be wearing gloves, Andy. I know. Tell me about it. Right. Well, that's sort of in position-ish. Okay. Can we rotate that by hand? Appears not to be seated properly at this side. There we go, we're against the stop now. The pulley's got a ridge at the back. I don't quite know what's going on here. That's definitely, geez, that's definitely bent, but we can unbend that. There we go, that's fixed. Well, it's tightened up better now anyway. There we go. It rotates, but the blade is feeding off the back of this pulley here. So I think this needs to be adjusted. It looks to be well out of alignment to this one. There we go. Okay, well, it's loose. So that looks better. There you go. You're right up close now, so you can see here that the saw, the blade, is going when it comes down. It's falling behind the back of this pulley rather than aligning with the pulley properly. So I've moved it a bit. That's the correct direction of travel, looking at the teeth. Is that now going to fall into line? Doesn't explain why it doesn't work, but in some respects it's a good thing that it didn't work, isn't it? Right, is that... I think a little bit more of a tweak required. We'll slacken it off. See, it wants to go that way. It's not allowed to go that way, it's got to come this way. Maybe I need to untension it a bit. There we go. I was fighting it. Right, that's a lot further across. Ow! A lot further across now. Tighten that up. Retension the blade. And give it another go. Okay, just checking. Now that whole blade is sat on that ridge at the back of the pulley. The blade itself needs to come further this way. So there is a slot on that thingy as well. So we'll back it off again. There we go. Undo that. And we will push the blade. Ah, yes, look at that. That might be the answer. I will tighten it up proper once we've got it set in the right place. Right, retensioning. Oh, look at that, it moved. That's no good. It's not holding position. Right, the good news is that blade is in the right place now. Right, I will crank it up tight. Oh, the whole thing's loose. Ah, that makes more sense. Okay. Right, it won't go any further that way or that way. So that's about as good as we've got on the adjustment. We'll lock that off. Good to see what's going on, isn't it? Right, I'll give it some more tension. Making sure that the blade's on properly. It is now. Right, tensioning. 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 Oh, that's more like it. Okay, manually rotating. Yeah, it's a little bit this way now, but that's a lot better than it was. It might settle down. Nope, I think now we need the guide to go a bit further back. Because it's on full adjustment, which can't be right. Right, that's about 3 mil further back. That's tight again. And we sort of did that under tension, didn't we? Okay, let's give it another go. See if that's going to pull it back into line. Okay, how much have we got? I'm just feeling with my finger. Take you down a bit. I'm just feeling with my finger behind here, and there doesn't feel to be a gap now from the back edge of the blade to this little ridge that you can see on the pulley on the camera. You get just there, look, there's a ridge. So I think we are tensioned and aligned. Well, that was interesting, wasn't it? Okay, let's pop the cover back on. We know not to go in there again for a while. But also we've learned how to align the blade and tension it. It's a long time since I've used one of these and it was already set up for me. So, okay. Still got the problem of power though, haven't we? I'll just put it back down again, and if you listen really carefully, that's that microswitch working. So it's not going to allow the motor to run in this position. So I think we'll just put a bit of box section across there, or maybe just trap it under there, so it can't activate that microswitch. Yeah, let's try this. There. Okay, well, let's plug it back in and see what happens. Ready? Whoa! Wow! Nice! Does the emergency stop work? It does. I like it. Oh, you want to see it close up, don't you? Okay, we know we're not going to die now. But first of all, it's working. Come down here. Alright, it's not going to focus very well, is it? There you go. Okay, fun's over. Very pleased it's working, but I wasn't expecting it to suddenly fire up. Caught me a bit by surprise, as did that blade jumping out, to be fair. I'm sure that'll end up in one of my intros at some point. Okay, so the thing is now we need to make sure that the pump works. So let me get some cutting fluid put in, and we'll see if that circulates. If it does, then we'll have a go at cutting something. We have to do, don't we? It'd be rude not to. I knew things were going way too well, to be honest. I know we've had a few hiccups, but it turns out I think this box has got a hole in it. Because it's leaking. I'm sure it's leaking out of this box. Hang on. Yes, look. It's cracked. It's cracked. That was never going to work. Damn it. So, clearly it hasn't had any cutting oil being used for a very long time. That's okay. We can live without it. We need to cut something. I'm so keen to see it cut something. Maybe a bit of box. Let's try some steel box first. Let's get rid of our temporary thingy. I suppose we're just going to put it all the way up. There we go. Right, bit of box section. There we go. Give it a good. Bring him down. Sit him on there. Okay. I need to wear some eye protection because it could go wrong. Right, you ready? Standing back. Oh, okay, so it needs some adjustment. Right, press stop. Hasn't quite cut all the way through. The angle's horrific. Okay. So we can move this guide nearer. That should help. There's a big distance between the rollers either side of the workpiece. That one would move a bit the way this way as well. So some adjustments are required, and then we'll try again. Right, it is off. We'll lift that up. And we will undo that for now. This side's not too bad actually. Pull that out. Okay. If we bring it back down, we can move this one along. We can go right up to the workpiece, can't we? Try again, maybe give it a bit more tension. Don't want to snap the blade. Not sure what the spec is for tension. I'll have to investigate. And yeah, it had about another 2 mil to go, so we need to adjust the stop as well, don't we? That's my own fault because we played around with it. There we go. Right, coming down. Rest that on the workpiece. Looks better. Okay, so I need 10mm spanner. Now you've seen me do this already, so I'm just going to adjust it by sight. Just back it off a little bit. I'll give it a couple of turns. It may be too much. It may not stop. Are we still rolling? We are. You want to be closer? Yes, you do. Okay. Well, you wanted to be closer. Good luck. Pressing the on button now. Okay, I had to manually turn that off. Jeez, the cut's not good. You want to see this? Okie dokie. So, that was the first cut, just there, look. That was the end of the box section. That's not today. And this is what it's just cut. Yes. Yes. I think in this plane, which is the direction of the blade, we're not bad. We're about, I don't know, 1/2 mil. You see on the right there, look, we've got a gap. If we turn it around this way, I know there's a burr, ignore the burr, but man, we are looking at probably 3mm on just a 30mm cut. That is way, way out. That is not good. I can't cut my big piece of aluminium bar stock with it that bad. I need to get this saw more accurate. Otherwise, it's a no-go. So looking at the saw in its current position, and I haven't moved the workpiece, you can see the blade actually is distinctly, it's well away from the workpiece. There's about a 3mm gap. I don't get that at all. And if I can try and get the camera, you can see maybe there. Look, that's too close. Sorry. There maybe. The undercut is at the base, so the blade is the furthest distance away from the workpiece at the bottom, and it's a bit near at the top, but it's not great. I did also notice that these rollers can be adjusted there. Look, there's another Allen key. Oh, is that the one that we moved earlier on? I think it is actually. Yes, it is the other. So we'll undo that and we'll swing it. Is that going to affect how it goes back onto the pulley there? Jeez, I don't know. We've got to roll the dice, haven't we, somehow? Because at the moment, that blade is definitely not vertical. It's definitely running at an angle. What's it like off this one? Yeah, you can see here. It's not too bad here, which is where it originates from. And the blade is going in that direction. Looking at the teeth, what's left of them? Yes. So the blade travels in that direction. So I think we need to swing this outwards a little bit. I think that one isn't too bad. I need to do some more setup. Okay, so we've had some semi sort of level of success. Yes, the saw works. Yes, it does cut. The accuracy is now the problem. And I need to readjust that stop so it turns off when it gets cut through the workpiece. This could be a lot of to-ing and froing. I'm not going to film every single adjustment. Let me have a little play around, see what I can come up with, and then I'll show you the final result. And if it's any good, if it's okay, we can cut that aluminium, because I need to get a piece of that aluminium cut for tomorrow, and well, Tuesday, because I'm on the lathe on Tuesday. Okay, I think I've sussed it. It's going to be better than it was. I've had to remove the little cutting fluid nozzle to get to the adjustment cap head on the other side, because those rollers are out of alignment as well, and would adjusted it too far, so it was catching on the bed of the saw. Bit of a problem, but hey, you know, it's a learning curve, isn't it? I can easily reinstate this once I've got a new box, but at the moment it doesn't need to be fitted. Right, I've loaded in a new piece. Let's see if it's going to cut it. Right, safety glasses are going on. Are you ready? Nice! It stopped itself. So we'll press the stop button just to be sure. Okay, it's made the cut and it looks a lot better. Let's have a closer look. In fact, we'll look at the bit that it cut off. Oh yeah, I like it. Okay, this is the cut it's just done. I'm going to get rid of that burr so we can measure it properly. So it's the end with the mark. Okay, won't take a second. Hold your ears. Right, got me square. Take my eye protection off because I can see what I'm doing then. Okay, the line end. Right, focus, 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 focus. Thank you. Oh, that's pretty good. There's hardly any movement. That's pretty good. How about this side? I think that, to be honest, is within tolerance for a bandsaw. That's a lot better than the power hacksaw. Happy with that? Can you see all the angles? I think I struck lucky. Woohoo! It seems so long ago that I started working on this project. 2 episodes ago. And the whole reason why I've sort of speeded up getting this saw working is I need to cut some of this. Now, I've just had a quick look at it, and that cut was done by the engineering company that I got it from. Pretty damn good. This cut was done by the power hacksaw after it had a new blade fitted. A lot better than it was, but still a long way from being perfect. So, we'll take a quick look, at the cut the power hacksaw did with the square, and then we'll chuck it in the machine. I need a length that's 80mm long. I've added 10mm just in case it goes off a little bit. It might start to undercut, in which case that will be a problem. If it overcuts, you know, it doesn't matter, does it? You know, I can turn it down in the lathe. But if it undercuts and makes the workpiece effectively too short, I've just wasted a lot of aluminium, and it's expensive stuff. Right, take a quick look at this cut, and then we'll load it into the machine. Okay, so this is what I had to work with last time I had to, last time I had to do any machining work. So we've got there, micrometer, about 4mm deviation over the width, which is, I thought about 130. Oh no, it's not as big as that. It's only 112. So 112 millimeters. We've got approximately a 4mm. You'll have to believe me. It's 4mm, near as damn it. Okay, so we need to mark this up and get it put in the machine. Damn it, this thing's covered in oil. To be fair, it's been kicking around the workshop for quite a while. It's a fair lump. It's been very, very useful. It's bought for a particular project. Benjamin bought it actually, from memory. He has some things to make on the lathe. Right. My hands are oily enough as it is, so we don't need them to be any oilier. Thank you. Right. Okay, got my ruler. Now we're not going to mess up the engineer's cut. That's nice and flat. That might come in handy one day. But the short end is here. So we're going to measure 80mm. because I need 70, right? But I don't mind turning 10 down, 5 at each end. So 80mm is there. We'll put a yellow line next to it so we can find it. Right, I'll get this put in the saw. Woohoo! Somewhere about there. I don't know exactly where the cut line is. We'll have to have a look, won't we? Oh, that's pretty good. I would say about another 2 or 3 mil. Oh yes, that'll do, Gromit. It's probably a fraction too much, but hey, I'd rather not risk. That was another twinge, by the way. Right, make sure it's nice and tight. It is. Okay, lowering, 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 lowering. Oh my word. Eye protection required. Alright, let's double check. We are recording because this is posterity now, isn't it? Okay, here we go. I'm going to get some lubricant just in case it starts jamming up. Oh, it's doing alright, isn't it? Hey? I wonder if that jump is every time the kinked bit of the blade's going through. Should we try a bit of lube on it? Oh. It's going down, isn't it? Oh, 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 oh. Jammed. Oh. This is, oh my word. The blade has come out of there. I think it's welded itself to the aluminium. Oh no. Whoa. Yes, the blade has come out of its 2 little runners. It's doing ever so well too. Okay, so I need to slacken it off. I need to unplug it first. Okay, coming back down again, because we're going to have another go, obviously. And what should we use? Maybe I'll just get some cutting oil and we'll just manually put it on, right? That might help. You just talk amongst yourselves while I get sorted out. Okay, we've got some cutting oil. Where did that come from? Right, going down. We will mind the arm in front of the camera, sorry. We'll just chuck some of that in there now. And I think I'll turn it on and lower it in. I wonder if we can go slower. We can go a lot slower, actually. We're on 1 to 1. I think we'll slow the whole thing down. We'll move the belt. I'll put it on its slowest speed. Bear with me. Right, said Fred. We are on the slowest setting now. It's plugged in. Let's put some more on the blade and stuff. Okay, we're going in. Oh, that's nice and slow. I like that. It's jamming. I just saw it then. It's jamming because of that kink in the blade. It doesn't like it. So I like the speed. Slow and steady, right? Because I think with the aluminium, I've seen it before, it picks up and it gets hot and it can basically weld the aluminium to the blade. Ever so important why you use cutting oil for this kind of stuff. It makes all the difference, to be fair. But it is cutting. It's definitely cutting. If it takes 10 minutes, it doesn't matter. I just hope it's going to cut it reasonably squarely. I'll leave the camera rolling, but when I edit this up, I'm going to take a big chunk of this out because you don't want to watch this, you know. You'll be here for hours. I think we've done really well though, getting this thing going. I think we need some more lube. It'll be a lot better. Obviously, it's a constant flow when it's got the pump working and everything. It's 100 times more cutting lubricant than what I'm putting on there. So cutting oil, you know. So we've got plenty in the bottle, plenty over there, and all it'll do is end up on the floor. Yes. We're almost halfway through now. That's pretty good. Oh, there you go. A bit more. And you stop talking and just, you are applying the cutting oil, right? That's my job. I have one job. Do that, and if it jams, just run away. I'll tell you what, it's a lot more sedate when it's going slower, isn't it? It was a bit wild earlier on. I can tell you now, it's not cutting very slow. I'm going to have my work cut out facing that off in the lathe, but hey, at least I can get it done, right? One of the problems now is as that drops down, because it's not cutting straight, it's applying more and more tension to the blade. So I've got to be wary about that as well. We don't want to snap the blade. Anyway, we need a new one anyway, but I'd rather not snap it if we can get away with it. I would say we're about halfway now. Just coming up. This will be the slowest part of the cut because obviously it's got the maximum, you know, cross section to cut through. Should be putting all my tools away while this is going on. Save some time later on. Let's see if I can get you a bit closer. I'll stick you in this tripod. There you go. Yeah. It's not pretty, people. It's not pretty. The good news is we are way past halfway now. Way past halfway. It does seem to be coming back into alignment as the cut. So it's not going to be as bad as I thought it was going to be, potentially. You can actually see it going down now. It's going a lot quicker. 7 minutes 30 seconds you've been going. I don't know, 10 minutes? We had to make an adjustment though, didn't we, as well? So it's not too bad. I'm amazed, I really am. I thought that this blade would never ever be able to cut anything ever again. It was so badly kinked. The cut looks absolutely vertical now. It was just the first third up here that seemed to be a bit out. It sort of, but it migrated away from the piece we're cutting off, so at the end of the day it just made it slightly bigger, which is a lot better than too small. Oh, we're nearly there. Another couple of minutes I would say. If you're still watching, good job. Honestly, it must be the only YouTube channel out there that shows videos of cutting pieces of metal in a bandsaw. Holy crap, it's going to do it, you know. It's going to do it. Okay, brace yourself. Because it's going to fall on the floor and it's probably going to hit the tripod. So I will steady the tripod a bit nearer the time. Don't want to lose the camera. Any second now. Okay, holding the tripod. It should turn itself off. All that adjustment seems to be right now. Going down pretty quick. Ready, steady. Any second, oh, here we go. Are you ready? Yay! And it turned itself off. Fantastic. It's not too bad, to be honest. Okay, let's take a look. Right, not the easiest thing to film. I just need to mark the bench where that is, otherwise it's going to go immediately out of focus. Okay, I've got some guides now. Alright, so the square's coming in. So we're about, across that way, we're about 2 mil. Just going to rotate it round a bit. In fact, that looks to be the high point here. So, that's not actually too bad, that one. So that was the burr. So the burr's to your right. Let's have a look at that. Oh yeah, there you go, look. So we've got a bit of about 2 mil at each end. So it's high in the middle on this and low here and low here. But only a couple of mil, that's not bad. You know, so we'll turn it 90 degrees. So this is the direction of the cut with the burr towards you. So the blade's coming down towards you. And in the middle, it was cutting great, you know. I mean, it's, yeah. So as regards left to right direction of the blade, that direction, it's doing all right. Pretty good. So a very productive 2 days, a whole weekend to get this saw up and running. Heavily modified, you know, carriage system on there. Works brilliantly. Very, very happy. It's got the lifting eyelets, it's got the gussets, and it's got a larger wheelbase and wider track. So it's super stable. It's no longer bent, and it actually cuts. Of course, I've still got to sort out the cutting oil system, but I heard the pump working, so the pump's good. We just need to get a new box, basically, because that one's all cracked. Students, that's what happens, right? But no. Was it worth it? Yes, because we've resurrected something which no doubt would have ended up in a skip, given the fact that the whole frame was bent. Whew, ready for a beer. Okay, crew, well, it has been a long 2 days, to be fair. I was a bit late getting started yesterday, about 11 o'clock. I know, 11 o'clock. But I had other stuff to do first. Today, I was already, you know, in action at 9:30. That's pretty early to get going, because I've got, you know, I've got to empty the workshop out and get things ready and copy files from the previous day and that kind of stuff. But we did the job. Took me 2 days, but the cut is... it's acceptable. It's not brilliant, but I've seen bandsaws cut much worse than that, and there's still some new tweak, you know, some finer tweaks to do to adjust it. It's got a completely shagged blade in it, so that needs to be replaced. So I'll go and see my friends at Asmus in Taupo. They may be able to supply me a blade for it. I'll take the old one with me and see what they can sort out. It worked a lot better on the slower speed. I was a lot happier with that, and I think we'll leave it on the slow speed for now. You know, no heat, or a lot less heat, especially whilst we haven't got that the cutting oiling pump system working at the moment. I won't be working on that for a while, but I'll have a measure up of that plastic box. I'm pretty sure you can buy those in your local, we call them Mitre 10 or Bunnings, off the shelf plastic box. Just get another one, $10, whatever it is, stick it in, fill it up, job as a carrot, right? Saves making something or modifying something. So thank you very much to Wet Stuff for the cutting oil vessel. Very good. Don't know where that came from, but you know, it's a win. Now, if you enjoyed this video, and a video with a bit of difference, it had some fabrication in it, it had some fixie stuff in it. I had no idea if we were able to succeed with this project. I think, personally, we've succeeded hands down. It's been a complete success based on what we had at the time, and the resources and the materials and the knowledge. You know, I've never owned a bandsaw before. So hopefully, you've learned a little bit as well about how bandsaws work, and how not to get injured and how not to have a blade fire out of the casing at you. That could have been nasty, to be fair. Give me the willies. Maybe jump on camera. I mean, what the hell? So if you haven't yet subscribed, why not click on the subscribe button, ring the bell, and that way our friends at YouTube will give you a notification as and when any new videos go up. And I don't always do videos on repairing workshop equipment. This is pretty rare. We did the drill not long ago. Please, that's fixed. We've now done the bandsaw. Please, that's fixed. Hopefully the lathe won't need a fix as well. I want to get back onto fixing motorcycles and cars and stuff. That's what I do best. So hang in there. But there are over 1,000 videos already on the channel that you can go through the back catalogue as well. There's some really good, I think, some really good videos. And to be fair, the viewers think they're good because some of them have got hundreds and hundreds of thousands of views. It's great. Okay, crew, those that know the channel, my Facebook and Instagram got hacked, so they've disappeared. My sincere apologies. I will be doing new ones at some point this year, but it won't be straight away, as and when. If you want to support the channel, and those that do, thank you very much. It really, really is much appreciated. You can do that through Patreon or PayPal. If it's PayPal, use the email address on the screen right now, andymechanic@live.co.uk. But don't send it as a donation, please. Send it as a payment. I'm not a registered charity. PayPal will not do donation payments to me. Simple as that. Has to be a payment. Okay, crew, what you could also do is share one of my videos, one of the ones that you like. It could be this video, it could be a different video. Who knows? It's your choice, right? You choose a video, stick it on your social media, share it, and that'll get a few more people through the channel. And the channel's growing pretty quick at the moment. I'm very, very impressed how things are going. And we're very close to hitting the 100,000 subscriber mark. That would be awesome. So if you can help me, I'd much appreciate it. The last thing you could do, if you want to send me something, then there's my PO box address. I'll stick it on the screen for you now. You can send me a letter, or if you've got a tool that you like and it's not too expensive, or an old tool that you want to send me that you want featuring on the channel, then please just fire it through and I will use it in the videos. Unfortunately, apologies, I won't be able to send anything back. Postage from New Zealand is horrendously expensive. Okay, crew, well, that's it for me for this weekend. I've got lots of editing to do. I'm planning to do some more filming on Tuesday, hopefully. It'll be Tuesday night. So, we'll get back onto that Nissan Patrol engine. Still lots of work to do on that with the measurements. All right, guys, cheers. Over and out.
And you get the flip up again.
Oh!
Really.